G'day and welcome to this ultimate edition of FriBaT, being brought to you from the location of Tyndall. This will be the last FriBaT that I do at Tyndall, as I'm heading off to Tasmania on the weekend, and so you're going to get a few FriBaTs from Tasmania whilst I prepare my house for our moving into in November, December. So let's get into it. As per usual, we're starting off with a beer. This is Smithy's Easy Drinking Beer. It's about as Australian as you can get. Smithy's is brewed in Victoria with a clean, balanced and subtle taste. I believe it's a pale ale. 4.2% alcohol. A little bit less than last week's 7%. So that makes it 1.3 standard drinks. Smithy's is an easy drinking beer. It's named after one of the pioneers of footy, that's Australian football, Australian rules football, Thomas Henry Smith, who was part of the group of men responsible for drafting the first rules of Australian football. Smithy's is a clean, crisp, refreshing ale brewed in Victoria using local ingredients. The result is a stellar beer, perfect for any occasion. Let's give it a try. Happy Friday. First impressions is it's actually quite light on the fizz. Very low carbonation. I won't say it's flat, but it's not far off. I like a little bit more carbonation. No doubt about it, very clean, very crisp. Not a lot of flavour. Certainly wouldn't overpower any even light flavoured foods. I suppose it'd be nice with fish and chips actually. I'm not sure what to think of Smithy's easy drinking beer. It's definitely easy drinking. Clean and crisp, yes it is. Refreshing, I guess. I just like a beer with a bit more punch, a bit more flavour, and this one just doesn't seem to have much. Yeah, no, it's a bit of a nothing beer for me. I'm going to have to put it on my not recommended list.
No, I don't really feel like it.
Boom, boom. What do we give Smithy's easy drinking beer? Yeah, look, out of my spanner scale, that is a that's a 2 out of 5. I'm glad I only bought one can. I wouldn't buy any more. Bit of a shame. No such thing as bad beer, just better beer. Alright, on to this week's tool. I've had this one for a little while and I got it as a bargain. I know I haven't started into truck maintenance, but I have on occasion needed a large socket from time to time. Sometimes you can go out and buy a specific large socket for a specific job that you do, but you know, it depends on where you live, whether or not it's easy to get to a tool shop. I haven't had any 3/4 inch drive tools before. So I was in at my local Auto Pro, g'day Gary, and I saw this sitting on his bench there, on his stand, and it was all dusty, been sitting there for a while. And this is the SP Tools SP20400 32 piece 3/4 inch drive socket set. It is a big heavy unit. Very nicely laid out. SP Tools is a very good quality brand in Australia. Certainly not the cheapest. Sorry about that noise against the microphone. It's very heavy. Lift that up and show you. What is contained within the 3/4 drive? Well, obviously some really big 3/4 drive sockets. This one, for example, is a 1 7/8. So it is an SAE and metric. So largest in the SAE is 1 7/8, and the largest in the metric is a enormous 55 millimeter. Just to give you a comparison, this is the size of my head, and this is 55 millimeters. It is a very comprehensive kit. It's a nice diagram at the top here telling you what sizes. So the metric range goes from 19, 22, 24, 27, 30, 32, 36, 38, 41, 46, 50 and 55 millimeters. The Imperial or SAE range here for you American types ranges from 3/4, 13/16, 7/8, 15/16, 1 1/16, 1 1/8, 1 3/16, 1 1/4, 1 5/16, 1 3/8, 1 7/16, 1 1/2, 1 5/8, and 1 7/8 of an inch. That is a big range. Big tools. What else do you get in the kit? You get a really nice heavy-duty universal. That is one of the biggest universals I've ever seen. You get a short extension, 200 mil. You get a long extension of 400 mil. You get a 450 mil flex handle, and for the size of these potential sockets you would need a nice big long extension piece of water pipe on the end of that. And probably the piece de resistance, one of the biggest ratcheting heads I've ever seen, and interestingly enough this extends out from 450 mil to 750 mil. Now you're going to get some purchase on it. Sorry about the noise. So this monster kit weighs a ton. Doesn't actually tell me how much it weighs, but it's a good 25 kilos I reckon there. Very comprehensive, very nicely made, and as a result its price reflects that. Most stores are selling these, they're retail in Australia for $679 for this kit. I would not have purchased it if it was that much. I got this at a very reasonable Bates rates from Gary because it had been sitting on his stock shelves for a while, and I'm not even going to tell you what I paid for it because he would be not happy with me if I did. But this kit retails for $679. There are cheaper 3/4 inch drive kits out there, not as complete or diverse and not as good quality. And let's face it, if you're cracking a 55 millimeter nut, you want to be sure that it's not going to break the ratchet or the socket or the universal or whatever is not going to break, because that's going to have some torque in it. Wow, really nice kit. Value for money at $679. I wouldn't have paid that for it. I just wouldn't have. I would have bought myself specific sizes that I needed over the years. It was only because I got this for a bargain that I bought it. So value for money at $679. It's a 1.5 out of 5 beers. For functionality, this is a high quality tool set. SP Tools is well known in Australia. Where they're made, let me check.
The next day.
So as much research as I've tried to do on SP Tools, all I've been able to find out is SP Tools is an Australian brand, started in 1973. Nowhere can I find where they are made. The quality on them is excellent, but nowhere online, nowhere on the tools, it tells me where they're made. They are sold in the US, they are sold in Europe, They are a premium quality brand, so maybe they're made in Australia. I don't know. No tools got anything written on it, nothing on the box, nothing online, so I can't tell you where they're made. For functionality, easily these are a 5 out of 5. They are high quality tools, and I guess the price of $679 reflects that. Again, I would not have paid that for it. I can't justify that when I'm not in business using tools. A business, want a truck working on workshop, whatever, able to write the purchase price of on tax. Buying good quality tools means less downtime, means that you're not breaking tools in the middle of a job, which costs you money. So I guess from that perspective, they're probably still cheaper than Snap-on. Maybe Stu will give us will chime in with does Snap-on make a 3/4 inch set very similar to this piece, 32 piece set? I don't know, never owned much. I've got a few Snap-on, but not very much. But this is a high quality set. So for functionality, it's 5 out of 5 for me. Alrighty, well that's it. That wraps up this week's FriBaT, Friday Beers and Tools, from in my house at Tyndall. Next week, I hope to have a special FriBaT presentation from my new house in Tasmania, and a very special unboxing of a very special tool which I've hinted at on my Instagram page. So check that out if you haven't already, and come along and have a beer with me in Tassie next Friday. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for stopping by, thanks for having a beer with us. I'll see you next week. Cheers.